There's a silent culprit behind most of your problems. There's a saying that your greatest friend is also your greatest enemy. That is very much applicable to social media. In a lot of ways, social media has made life better for the average man. You can access information at the click of a button that you would otherwise need to attend Harvard to access. You can hear from millionaires and billionaires that you would otherwise need to travel great distance to hear from. You can connect with friends and family across different continents. You can share your life with others, even though that's all well and good. But once again, as you heard before, your greatest friend can also be your greatest enemy. To no surprise, social media is not so much an improvement mechanism for men today, as much as it is being used for self-destruction. Simply put, social media has put so much power in the hands of the average man that we have essentially become gods. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Unless you can tame the power that social media gives you, then rest be assured social media controls you and not the other way around. You are nothing short of a slave who obeys and consumes what social media tells you to gulp down. Here's the harsh reality. Social media is single-handedly the biggest reason for depression in the West and everywhere else in the world. The incessant comparing of our lives has crippled our souls, resulting in a lack of knowledge of ourselves. Social media has created a generation of simps, weak men whose purpose in the world is instant gratification. As a man, I want to ask you this question right now. Why do you use social media? And be honest with yourself. Why do you post pictures of yourself on there? What is your motive behind it? Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing any of this as long as it is done with clean and clear motives. Ask yourself, what type of content are you consuming on social media? Is it half-exposed girls that feed your lust? Are you giving into your temptation every time you go on there? Be honest with yourself. This is what I like to call the simp epidemic. Sites like OnlyFans perpetuate this simp culture as men are lured in with the promise of viewing explicit content for a premium. I couldn't even begin to name all the different reasons how OnlyFans destroys men. OnlyFans might be a far-fetch. Instagram, Twitter are also not much different. If you have been on Twitter for some while, you would know that it is a full-on pornography site at times. The whole matrix has been set out to keep you docile, leaving you with no ambition, strife, and prospects. Every time you decide to procrastinate to give social media some of your precious time, then remember this. You are part of the castrated men who are being turned into shadows of themselves. With that said, let's discuss the 5 dirty tactics being used by social media to keep men trapped. Number 1. Simping. We briefly touched on this point, but it's worth mentioning again. Social media has given men the illusion that women are more valuable because of the likes they receive. Listen to that again. Social media has given men the illusion that women are more valuable because of the likes they receive. Remember, no amount of likes or followers will ever determine your worth. We have learned to equate likes to value and character of a person. This is the greatest lie ever told that has led to a whole generation of emasculated, weak young men with only purpose, which is to seek validation from women. They are women pleasers and do anything and everything to get their attention. This is nothing short of selling your soul to the dark side. These men are so restless and insatiable that they are ready to give their hard-earned money and self-respect over to a woman who wouldn't even bat a second eye upon them on the street. Remember, brothers, the day you degrade yourself to this level, you too belong to the streets. Learn to keep your own frame. Be your own man. And above all, be a man of God, a man of virtue. Understand this, you are like gold, and you are in limited supply. So know your worth and let them fight to caveat you. Don't be a simp. Number 2. It teaches you to idealize drugs and alcohol. Social media makes any and everything seem cool. Period. You could be doing the most boring and self-destructive activity, but put on some catchy music behind it. Add some B-roll footage with some cool effects on the clips, and people will watch that video like some sort of heaven-sent message. Remember, anything that is desired by the masses will always go up in value, creating a domino effect. This is what you call the sheep effect. Sheeps follow sheeps without ever thinking whether the sheep is leading them in the right direction or not. The herd behavior of social media artificially inflates the perceived value of substances, leading to overconsumption and abuse. Drugs and alcohol are no different. You may have seen your role model sipping on alcohol or smoking a cigar, and all of a sudden you think you should do it too. Don't let social media come in the way of your common sense. It can hinder your progress towards becoming a man of high value. It should be common knowledge by now, but listen closely. Drugs and alcohol have side effects that can affect your health, leading to a life of misery, addiction, and potentially death. Unregulated and unchecked use of alcohol and drugs can trap you in a world of hell. So take care of yourselves and monitor the influences in your life. You are the influencer of your own life. Don't let a so-called influencer change that. Number 3. It 10x's your addiction. Social media is designed to be addictive. From the algorithms that show you content that will get you to react, to the dopamine-inducing likes on your Facebook and Instagram. The purpose of social media is to get you hooked and addicted so they can show you more ads. Every video you watch on YouTube or your favorite website, their whole purpose is to keep you on their platform for as long as possible. Think about it. Let's say there are 2 videos on YouTube which are both 10 minutes long. Video number 1 keeps you watching for only 2 minutes, while video number 2 keeps you hooked for 5 minutes. Which video do you think YouTube will promote more? Obviously, it's video number 2. This is what you call the watch time metric of YouTube. YouTube and every other social platform will only push out content in front of you that they know will keep you hooked. You are nothing short of a lab rat for them. These companies have put in billions, if not trillions of dollars into researching the human mind and how it works. It is meant to consume as much of your time as possible. Beware of this trap. I often think about the coming days. If you think you have it bad right now, think about the young children that will soon have technology attached to their bodies, or who will simply choose to live in the so-called metaverse. Make a habit of planning out your day, so you know exactly what and when you need to achieve a certain task. Don't live mindlessly day to day like a zombie. Make time for reading, as it will nourish your mind and keep you in peak performance. Make time for exercise, as true wealth is health, and keep a healthy social life. Your friends and family are paramount to living a good and fulfilled life. Number 4. Your reputation. So much of your life depends on reputation, and it only takes a well-coordinated smear campaign to ruin it. Because social media is a network of people, it only takes one share to ruin your life. It doesn't even have to be true. One slander can be known from the depths of every corner in a second. One slander can define you and trap you in hell. Understand this, not everyone is your friend despite what Facebook says. Some people only want to take you down. Be mindful when you are flirting with the devil. In a world of fake news and clickbaits, everything is the truth. And finally, number 5. Fraud and scams. Opportunities are located everywhere in the stratosphere of social media, which makes it a breeding ground for fraud and scams. If you are naive and gullible, you will be taken for everything you have. Social media is an ocean filled with scams. From crypto experts called Kathy, who want to help you make $1 million in a week, to so-called Nigerian princes who urgently need you to deposit money in their accounts. You are operating on the dark side of human nature when you are on social media. Be careful, my brothers. Thoroughly research every opportunity that comes your way. Do not part with money you don't have. And if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Here's the brutal truth about life that you need to understand as a man. You are alone. No one really cares about you as much as they need to help you succeed, and no one is coming out to save you. So stay alert and understand the different tactics being used by the Matrix to keep you a slave to your desires. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Tap that subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch these videos here.